Hello and welcome to the endurance portion of Seeking Strength. Um, First of all, this is probably the very first video that you're watching in the guide because endurance is week 1. So I just wanted to welcome you into this journey of seeking strength, and I am so appreciative that you chose me to be the one that kind of guides you through it and gets to walk alongside you through it. So, at any point in time, the questions that you might have, the doubts, the worries, the fears, the exciting things, the achievements, the goals met, let me know. I want to be a part of this with you. I want to be seeking strength right alongside you. So, as we get into endurance, I just want to take a minute to explain why I've broken down the guide the way that I have, and what you can expect in these next couple weeks in the endurance phase. So, building strength endurance is really important when we're just getting started with working out, and it's also really important when we're building up to a point in our fitness journey where we want to start to get stronger. So, strength endurance, all that means is that you are conditioning your muscles and your body to work all at the same level that you are wanting it to work at. So, your brain might be going hard, like all the way hard, but your body might be like, whoa, not ready for that. So, in these next couple weeks, especially this very first week, week 1, I really, really want you to be focusing on form and just exactly how your body is moving, how your body is responding, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what do you think needs to be changed. And what do you think is going to work for you? And so, before you even get in the gym, first of all, you need to watch the video in the motivation section on setting goals. It is so important that before you start this journey in the gym, you have goals and expectations for what is going to happen in the gym. Otherwise, you're going to get there and you're going to do these workouts and you're going to get to a point where you're like, why am I even doing this? And we're doing this for strength, but I want that to look exactly how you need it to look for these next 8 weeks. The second thing that you need to do before you even step foot in the gym is go through each of the exercise movements for that day's workout and watch the demo videos that I've provided for you. All of the videos for, I think, well, for the first time that the movement is introduced to you, there's a hyperlink, and so to a YouTube video. So go in, watch that demo video, and disclaimer: my form is not absolutely 100% always perfect because I'm human. In most of the videos, I was lifting a weight that I would typically lift in the gym, and so for the most part, my form in the videos is great. I tried to be mindful that you would be watching it for that reason. But I also tried to include some form tips in the notes section of that day's workout. So please pay very close attention to the form tips that I provided for you. If you get into the gym and you're still feeling uncomfortable or feeling like you're not doing something correctly, move on. Don't try to muscle your way through an exercise that doesn't feel right for your body. Um, if you don't want to move on, if you're like, man, I really just don't know if my feet are in the right place, grab a trainer at the gym. Just say, hey, can I have 2 minutes of your time? And I can guarantee if they're not with a client, they would love to help you. What you can also do is the mirrors in the gym are to check your form. They're not just to check yourself out and be like, man, I look good. They're to check your form. So if you're not sure if your back is staying straight or if your knees are staying aligned with your toes when you're squatting, look in the mirror, turn sideways, look at yourself, do the motion, And then you can kind of evaluate, did that look terrible? Did that look kind of right? I'm still not sure. Ask for help. It's okay. Another resource that you have is YouTube. YouTube it. There is lots of fitness experts that post videos on form, on the internet, and they are much more knowledgeable than I am. And it's probably the next best thing you can get to a live training session. So, and of course, you can always reach out to me. Video yourself doing it however you think it needs to be done and send it to me via email or Instagram, and I will let you know if there's any feedback that I need to give you. But don't be afraid to ask for help, especially when it comes to movements that you have never done before or you're unsure of, because above all else, safety is our priority. I'm just going to be looking at my notes down here, and I'm sitting on the floor just because. I don't know why. So the reason I started out with strength endurance is because building endurance, which you'll notice in this endurance portion, we're going to be doing high repetitions with a moderate amount of weight. So not the maximum amount of weight that you are able to lift for those movements. You're going to be doing about 75 to 80% of what you think that maximum weight is, because that will still be challenging for you, but it'll allow you to be able to do more repetitions, and it should burn. You will feel a burn, but that means it's working. So by building this endurance and really focusing on form, we're not trying to get through this quickly, we're trying to get through this properly. So by focusing on form, slowing down a bit to really recognize the movement that your body is making and how it feels, how your body is responding to that movement, just being really aware of all of those different factors is really going to make this endurance phase a great foundation and a great stepping stone for the strength portion that we will get into in the next couple weeks. So once you do get to the gym, you've already set your goals, you've already watched the videos, you know what to expect. You've already decided what workout you're going to do that day. That's the biggest thing about the gym, and I'll talk about this in the motivation section. So again, if you haven't watched that yet, please go watch that after you watch this video. Is having a plan before you even step foot into the gym. You need to have a plan. So that means you've already decided what you're working out today. You're doing legs, you're doing chest, you're doing arms, and you know what your goal is for that day. My goal is to do 12 reps of each of these exercises. My goal is to lift 85% of my maximum weight for each of these exercises. So not only do you have long-term goals for the 8 weeks, you'll also have short-term goals for the week and for the day. So now that you are going into the gym, where do you start? First thing when I get to the gym, I always go to the locker room. Put your stuff away. It also gives you a great time to, the locker room is usually at the back of the gym. So it gives you a little bit of time to feel it out. Evaluate how many people are in the gym right now, what spaces are available, what equipment is available, if there's any areas that you want to avoid, any equipment that you want to avoid for the moment. Like if the cardio machines are really busy, then maybe you stretch first. If the stretching area is really busy, maybe you do your cardio first. So just kind of evaluate, feel out the situation and the environment to suit your needs best. I always recommend warming up before you start lifting. It is so important that you warm up your muscles and get them going before you start putting them under a lot of stress. And even though endurance is high reps, low weight, it still can put stress on your muscles just as much as lifting heavy weights can, because it's a very repetitive movement, and you're just doing a lot. These exercises are meant to push you. So in order to push yourself, you need to warm up properly. So I always recommend 5 to 10 minutes of cardio of your choice. If you would rather walk that cardio, walk it. If you'd rather sprint it, sprint it. If you want to do elliptical, if you want to do a rowing machine, it is absolutely up to you as to how you do that cardio. I just think warming up your muscles, getting your blood flowing, getting your heart rate up as soon as you get to the gym really gets your mindset right. Another thing I recommend in order to kind of focus is while you're doing your cardio, listen to some music, listen to a podcast, something that is going to focus you for the next hour, hour and a half that you're going to be spending in the gym. Sometimes I like to pray during my cardio. Sometimes I like to just jam out during my cardio. So it's totally up to you, just whatever it takes to really get you focused. Just get yourself in the habit, in the mindset of as soon as I hit that treadmill, as soon as I hit the track, the elliptical, whatever, my mind is in workout mode and I'm focused on myself. Let everything else go. After your 10 minutes of cardio, 5 to 10 minutes, I think during endurance, I only did 5. But after your cardio, you'll stretch. Stretching is really, really important. And during this endurance portion, the next couple weeks, I want you to static stretch. And so that just means you're holding one stretching position for at least 30 seconds. And so this is the more typical kind of stretching. There's lower body stretches like a lunge or, the little butterfly where you put the insides of your feet together and you stretch the insides of your legs. Upper body stretching like a cross body pull. Those are static stretches. If you need more help with static stretches, you don't exactly know what to do, again, I would love to help you. Just let me know. Grab a trainer. Watch other people in the gym. Don't be creepy. Don't stare at them. Don't film them. Don't take pictures of them. But a lot of the ways that I learned how to do things in the gym is by watching other people. YouTube. Utilize your resources. I surprisingly, like a lot, will look things up on the internet while I'm in the gym because there's no better place to learn how to move your body than in the place that is built for you to move your body. So if you're unsure of how to do it, take a minute, move off to the side, YouTube it, look it up. I am 100% an advocate for using your resources. So after your stretching, that is when you're going to get into your workout for the day. And so you've already looked through the workouts. You know what to expect. At this point, in the workout days, I have them listed out in a specific order, but if those machines or that space at the gym is crowded or unavailable at the moment, don't be afraid to skip around. And this is your thing. You can substitute, you can leave out, you can include, exclude, superset, drop set. This is totally up to you. The guidelines that I have created within the guide for this workout is just that. They're guidelines, just a guide for you. A guide isn't meant to be strict and this is what it is and you cannot do anything else. That's not what it is. It's just a format for you to be able to feel confident in the gym. This is what I know to do and has been proven to do. Most of the workouts that I've provided for you are workouts that I've done for myself. So I know that they're proven to work and to help you meet your goals. So the very first week, it's really important that if you haven't been in the gym for a while or you haven't lifted weights in a while, go slow. There is no pressure to lift as heavy as you possibly can, as fast as you possibly can. Even within this 8 weeks, if you never hit 90% of your max weight, if you always stay at a lower weight because that's what you feel safe doing, that's okay. Especially this first week in the gym, If you're absolutely unfamiliar with these movements and with the equipment, go very, very slow. And there is no shame, no harm with just walking around and getting a feel for things, doing machines with the lowest amount of weight possible to just get the movements right, those kind of things. So you want this very first week, if you are unfamiliar with lifting or with the environment, I would suggest lifting at about 50 to 70% of your maximum weight. So for example, if you're doing dumbbell curls, if the maximum amount of weight that you can curl with one arm is 20 pounds, then I would suggest this first week, do those movements with just 10 pounds, even 5 pounds, just to make sure that you are getting the movement correct, because form is more important than weight every single time. After the first week, you'll get a feel for how your body is going to respond to these workouts. And so on week 2, 3, 4, you can increase or decrease in intensity, in reps, in weights, things like that. But I would really suggest just starting slow. Go slow. There's no rush. Even if it takes you 2 times through this guide to see your results, I can promise you that trying to rush those results is not going to make them satisfactory to you. Because at the end of the day, the risk of you injuring yourself and not being able to meet those goals is a lot higher if you don't go slow and do things correctly. So I think that's all I have for the endurance portion. Again, it's really important before you even go to the gym for the first time starting this guide that you watch the motivation section, you understand what it means to have goals, realistic expectations, and if you need any kind of emotional encouragement or advice, form advice, literally anything, I am here for you. So please reach out to me. Before you start, even just text me or message me the morning you start of the day that you've decided you're going to start, so that I can be praying for you, I can encourage you. Just keep me in the loop, because I am so excited to be on this journey with you.